What's up, campers, and welcome to episode 8 of the Campthropology podcast. If you are new here on this podcast, we talk about all things outdoors and camping and all things outdoors and camping adjacent, meaning it's not all camping, but everything kind of ties back into the outdoors and how we recreate outside, how we go outside for our mental health, how we go outside just to mess around, and just our connection to nature and the land. On this episode, we are going to be talking about gear. Now, I've been planning this episode with Ryan, who was our guest, Arrbyy, for a very long time. If you see the Rubicon in any of my videos or posts, which you probably have, that's Ryan. I actually met him through TikTok maybe 2 years ago now, and we've been camping a lot ever since. So we're going to get into that episode. But before, we're going to do a quick little recap of just camping trips I've been on. And a quick little reminder for anybody new here, there is a visual component to this podcast, and you can watch the little clips of where these recaps that I am describing, and the actual podcast is just me and Ryan chilling by a fire. After the last podcast, I actually went back to Dixon Lake. I noticed that a lot of times when I'm going to a campground, I go to it for a while, and then I get bored of it, and I go to the next one, so they kind of like rotate through my rotation. Like I said, last episode was at Dixon Lake. I went back there a few times, nabbed a couple different sites. This site is actually one of my other favorite sites. It's really, really secluded. It's at the end of the campground. I want to say it's, I don't know what campground site number it is, but if you're really curious, DM me. Dixon Lake in Escondido. It kind of has that city backdrop, but is also against the mountain. Really reminds me of episode of Laid Back Camp that I watch. This is a really beautiful campsite. Just been chilling here. We're still using the table. The next trip I went on was actually at Paso Picacho with Ryan. The first night, this trip was actually super crazy. We had our awning set up. It had no rain in the forecast or no snow, nonetheless, whatsoever. Probably saw this video if you're new here too. It rained, snowed, hailed, winded, sleeted on this trip in 2 nights. The first night was the gnarly night. And then the second night, Tyler came out and Kevin, and we shot some stuff with the farm for the documentary. On this trip, I also got a lot of content done. Did that weird squirrel video, which was really cool. Did the Wonka Belt video that you probably saw. And then after that trip, one of the cool things I got was I got a GMRS radio install that plugs into my 12 volt here. And I don't know if you are in the GRMS community, but apparently in Southern California, channel 20 is what I found out is the red, white, and blue channel. And the good old boys on those channels talk about some weird ass shit. I'm not going to lie. If you are in SoCal, I think it even goes to Arizona, LA area, and you have a GRMRS, this is the 15 watt Midland, I forget what exactly it is, but these guys are pushing out some pretty gnarly equipment because I'm picking up all the way from LA. I think they are going on repeaters, but they talk about some weird shit, man. You can probably hear a crinkle in the background. Anyway, so that was gnarly, listening to them. The next camp spot I went to was, actually I was supposed to meet Tim, and I have a vlog about this up at Thomas Mountain, but he was unable to stay because the weather was horrible and had a streak of all kinds of other bad luck. It was supposed to be his birthday trip, but I ended up going to Blue Jay Campground instead, which was also awesome. We'll replan that trip, Tim, if you're listening, and happy birthday again, by the way. That was supposed to be a birthday trip. Blue Jay Campground was awesome. It is in Cleveland National Forest above Lake Elsinore. Apparently it gets really crowded there. I just went for a quick one-nighter. Again, filmed a bunch of content of my new little portable poop tent. The next trip, we were back at Dixon Lake with Ryan. This is when we started playing dice. I got some glow-in-the-dark dice, and that was super cool. I've been trialing this new tent. It's like one of those pop-up tents. I really like it. The only thing is I'm having some condensation problems, which I'll be talking about throughout all my content as I kind of get used to this tent. I'm kind of forcing myself to like it, not going to lie. The next weekend, we went to a Renaissance fair. And the next weekend, I think, or maybe the same weekend, was the eclipse. So that's the timeline of where we're kind of going. The next weekend after that, we went to Cleveland National Forest. It's been a while since we updated y'all on the podcast. With my cousin, it was super cool, super rainy. We actually took the Snow Peak Alpha Breeze, and it was a trooper. It poured that night. Not a drop of condensation on the inside of the tent. Not a drop of wetness under the rain fly anywhere that was covered. Not on the floor. Not even seepage through the fabric. It was excellent. Crinkle really enjoyed it. Then the following weekend, we were at New Mexico. We went to New Mexico to visit grandparents at Elephant Butte Lake. It was beautiful as always there. The following weekend we do a lot of outdoor stuff. When you hear it all like this, it's consecutively, it's like, oh gosh, we were outside a lot, which we love. The next weekend I went to Blue Jay Campground, not Blue Jay Campground. I don't even remember what this campground is called, but it's in Angeles National Forest. My first time to Angeles National Forest. I'll have a vlog about this out soon. Beautiful spot. Met up with Ryan, Alex, Dora. Shout out Alex and Dora showing us this spot out here. And went to the visitor center. Still messing around with that tent with condensation. Had a little bit the first night. The visitor center was awesome. And yeah, actually just got back from a trip with Ryan. We went just some dispersed campsite. I don't even know what the road is called, but it's basically out by Sunrise Highway on Mount Laguna. Super cool site. That's why I look like I'm pretty red, and that's why also my voice sounds like allergies have been wrecking me. It was super windy. I was fine the entire trip. Then I got back, and then I was just like leaking. My nose has been leaking. But I wanted to get this vlog out tomorrow, which is Sunday. So let's get into it. Again, this is going to be a gear-oriented podcast. I think we say this disclaimer in the video, but this is not a budget gear. Me and Ryan spend a lot of money on gear. Some of the stuff is expensive. Some of the stuff is cheap. We are not those campers that are ultralight. There's nothing ultralight about us. We are more gearhead-oriented. So yes, I know there's that kind of side of granola talk that's like minimal, which I love. I also love minimal. But we're in our material stage. Capitalism really popped off today. So me and Ryan love talking gear. Just like on the trip that we just got back from, we used our traction boards. We had all of our recovery gear. Luckily, we didn't have to use the recovery gear, but we did use the traction boards the more than we ever had. I was always under the impression that traction boards were for recovery, but Ryan's like, no, use them before you need them. So we did that. We built bridges. It was awesome. I'll put a little footage in here. But anyways, we'll hop into the podcast, episode 8, with Ryan, and we're talking straight gear. Hope y'all enjoy, and like, subscribe. What's up, campers, and welcome to episode 8 of the Camptopology podcast. I think I'm a month behind since the last one, but it's been a busy couple months, but we've still been camping. I'll do a recap a little bit later, or maybe I'll put it in right before this. But we have a guest today. Probably seen him in like almost all my videos, either in the background or in the vlogs for sure. We're here with Ryan, aka Arrbyy, on everything, right? TikTok, Discord, Instagram. If you see that Jeep, that super dope Jeep, that's Ryan. And we've been camping together since like what?
I don't know. It's been a while.
When was our first trip?
2 years?
2 years? Yeah. Of 2022. Was Thomas Mountain, right?
Yeah.
When Tavo came out?
Where we all hang out.
Dang, I don't remember. Was that like July?
Yeah, like beginning of summer.
Yeah, because that's when I did that partnership with the Ball.
Yeah.
And that went live in July. Cheers, everyone, by the way. Got a little IPA here. But yeah, honestly, I probably camped with Ryan more than anybody, even more than Shelby.
Oh my God.
Ryan's always down. We're out here at Cleveland National Forest, one of my favorite little campgrounds called Sibbets Flat. Full campground right now. What time did you get here?
Got here about 12:30.
And there was already like almost no spots, huh?
Yeah, there was I would say probably about 4 to 5 spots left.
Yeah, and since then, I think it's full right now.
Yeah, there's no more space.
It's definitely like a birthday party for adults or kids.
Yeah.
A lot of trailers here right now. If you look at all my past vlogs, I'm here quite a bit. That it snowed here. That was one of the videos that a lot of people liked here. It's very rare that it snows here. We've done a couple group trips here. Mm-hmm. This is your second time here? Third?
This is going to be my second. Yes.
Second. Oh, yeah, because the group trip with Whitney from episode 6, Ryan was here on that.
That windy day.
Trip that was super windy.
Oh, man.
That's the first time I had that Gazelle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the reason why I have the Gazelle is because of Ryan, because that Indian Flats, you were there too at that vlog. That's when we were discussing and we're like, damn, I need something like that.
Yeah.
So I got the Gazelle after that trip.
It's pretty legit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty big.
So basically, in that same vein, me and Ryan talk about swap and we're gear heads. Like literally we'll go out and camp and all we do is mess with our gear the entire time,
Yeah.
basically, or think about gear or like what could be better, what could be worse, what we need for our setup. So for this episode, we're actually doing a gear episode, and it's going to be, how many did we do? 7?
Yeah, we said that we're gonna have 7
I wrote ours
that
there, yeah.
we our favorite,
7 of our favorite pieces of gear.
and then
3 of gear that wasn't necessarily for us. So not to say that the brands are bad.
Yeah.
Because one thing about camping is once you learn your style, some stuff may work for you and it may not work for you. So just because we're saying it's not for us doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be may not work for you as a camper as well. Because everybody has their certain comfort levels of what they want. Some people like super light stuff. Some people like, packability is important to them. They'd rather bring a huge kitchen, a small tent. So these are the 3 things that didn't work out for us. Not this, again, I want to repeat this. Not to say that the brands are bad, but they just didn't work out for us. And then we're doing two
maybe in the future.
future buys that we want to get next. So it's going to be 7 of our favorite pieces of gear to recap. 3 things that didn't work out for us. 2 future.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen Ryan's list, but I know he has a bunch of gear next to him. We're probably going to have a few of the same things because we talk about gear a lot on literally all the time. That's all we do when we camp. So I'm super excited for this episode. We've been planning it for a while.
Yeah.
So we finally got it together, and
this is the day.
this is the day. Yeah.
Here we go.
And between both of us, we have so much gear.
Oh man.
It's
so many.
It's embarrassing.
And then there's more.
And yeah, stuff that we didn't bring. So funnily, is that even a word? Funnily. Anyways, my Outback was in the shop for a while. So I took it to New Mexico. So I took off my roof rack, took all the gear out of it. So the last 2 trips, we went with Alex and Dora up to Angeles National Forest.
Yeah.
I had a rental, so I literally took minimum gear. Hopefully I'll have that vlog up too. But even on this trip, I still haven't loaded everything back in the Outback because I've been enjoying the extra gas mileage, TBH, with that, all the stuff on
and
there.
it looks lifted too.
Yeah, it looks, dude, yeah, because even with my overload springs, it still sits probably about 2 inches lower with all my gear. And if I didn't have those Rallytech overload springs in the Outback, I'd basically bottoming out going over speed bumps with all my camp gear. So we have minimal gear here, but we still have a lot of shit. So we're going to talk about, let's just go down the line. And if it's on mine, I'll just talk about that too. We'll bring it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you want to go first?
You go first.
I go first?
I'm going to grab a pen.
Right, let's see.
Yeah, just keep it rolling. Let me grab this pen so I can do it off. Okay, what's your number 1?
All right, let's see. Number 1 item. Just recently, I purchased this chair. It's called the Big Agnes 6 camp chair. I'm sitting in it right now.
Yeah. And you've had a lot of chairs.
I have a lot of chairs.
Cool ones,
I
too.
probably have maybe 6 different chairs that I tried since I camped with you.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. There's the yellow one, which is like the King Camp, big,
the Mountain
sturdy
Smith.
The Mountain Smith.
Yep.
The wood one.
Yes, the Trippy chair.
Trippy chair. Is that what it's called?
The Trippy chair.
That one's super sick concept too. You've probably seen it in a couple of Ryan's videos if you go to his page.
And then I had the Dometic bench.
The Dometic bench. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's when you first. That one was cool too. It was almost like a small cot.
But yeah.
But a chair.
Just a chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
very vibey.
Now I have this one.
Yeah.
The Big Agnes 6 camp chair, I believe.
6 camp? Yeah. That's a good one.
And, I don't know. This is like one of the best, I think, so far. As comfortable. And also more portability.
Yeah.
Because in the Jeep, as all you know, that it's very hard to find space.
Yeah. You pack a lot of shit in that Jeep.
Yeah. It's fully
it's all
up
organized
to the rim,
though, but it's all organized, which is super cool.
But just the space, by having this chair, oh man, I think I can bring maybe 3 or 4 chairs if I need to.
It's crazy how switching up, so that's the thing with my setup too. More than anything, my purchases are aimed at how packable is it.
Yeah.
Because if you free up all this space, then you could bring more gear. You know, or more, like I said, anything.
Yeah, like you said, like that packable, makes it easier. And if you have it in your car already,
Yeah.
you're gonna use it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But if you can't pack it, sometimes,
Or if you have to pack it every single time,
Yeah.
then it's like, it's just, you're way more likely to use the chair. And I mean, also too, this isn't going to be a budget-friendly list because these are our favorite buys. Because what does that chair run? Like,
I believe it's about almost two.
almost 200.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I know that Arrbyy have it on sale. So
Oh, yeah, the big Agnes?
definitely,
Yeah.
you guys, if you need a chair that can fit me, and
We're big
very
dudes.
sturdy,
Yeah.
and very comfortable. You can
Yeah.
sit up, you
Yeah.
can lay down as a lounge.
yeah.
I think it's one of the best chairs so far I've had.
I think so too, honestly. I've sat in your chair. Speaking of chairs, this is a new chair. I just did a video on this. It's pretty comfortable. It's that One Tigris. Shout out to One Tigris. They sent me this. But also over here, it's crazy because Big Agnes has a bunch of different chair lines. This is the Micah Basin, so same company. This is my go-to chair. These are almost the same, but yours just has a higher back.
Yeah.
Which I like. I might even go for that chair.
And it has like a headrest. So
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah. Does it
can
come with
slouch.
oh, whoa.
No, it's sturdy. It's
Like a pole, not a pole, but like a stiff insert in
insert
there.
in there, yeah.
Wow, see, mine doesn't have that. Huh, interesting. Okay.
It's very,
Yeah, so
very
obviously this
comfortable.
is what, freaking $500 worth of chairs just right here. Basically, you know?
Probably.
But so that's one of the reasons why I agreed to do a partnership with One Tigris, because I believe this is around $40. And I'm not going to lie, it's not as comfortable as one of these, but it's comfortable in the sense that, so I also have the regular size, not the XL Big Agnes. It's comparable to that chair, which is still like $150, I think. So this for $40 is a great option. It also has a 300+ pound limit, like double barreled. But
Yeah, and I sat on the One Tigris. It's very spacey.
yeah, it's wide.
Roomy.
It's
Yeah,
wide. Yeah,
very roomy.
A lot of the chairs, like
Compare.
I don't like the REI style ones. So both of these are also hubless, meaning it's just the pole system. So these are just poles in here, where this is a hub style, whereas the plastic piece that all the poles clip into, those tend to fail. Two, the REI ones that have the hub style, I literally feel like my butt is being sucked into like a hole. Like it's like too small for like my big ass butt. So yeah, chair, definitely. It's actually a good purchase. It's not on my list, but as you can see, we talk chairs quite a bit. I mean, literally stuff that people
Chairs
nerd
that
out
we
on. So
use.
hopefully if you're a gearhead, you'll like this podcast. If not, you're about to learn
Right
about
now,
this
right?
this mental illness called camping, how much money we spend on stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's a solid purchase.
Yeah.
And like I said, most of the things that are on these lists, we've probably had multiple renditions of the same piece of gear.
Correct.
And it's what we landed on.
Yes.
Their favorite pieces. Okay, that's good.
All right.
All right, that's your first one?
Yeah. How about you?
My first one, in no particular order too.
Yes.
So because I had a hard time, is actually, and it's kind of a twofer, and I remember you said you had a twofer in your list too.
Yeah.
Is the fire cans.
Fire cans. Okay.
But that's also, include the propane tank too,
Yes.
because you have to have the propane tank
Yeah.
to use the fire cans. Literally, one of the reasons why, I mean, everybody loves a good regular campfire, you know, but when we're camping especially, or like if we're camping with like, dude, I feel like all the homies, we all use propane now, right?
You know,
Alex,
it's
too?
so much easier to set up.
Yeah, it's easy to set up, easy to put out too, especially if we're dispersed camping. If you have a wood fire, you have to use water to put it out before you go to bed. And when we do have a wood fire, we properly put it out. Like, it's a lot of water, because a lot of times, especially if we're camping and we start a fire around this time, which is like 6:30, and we don't put it out till like 10, that's a lot of coals in there with wood, you know?
And you have to stay up
Yeah.
to make sure.
To make sure it's out, yeah. Or like drown, stir, feel. Like sometimes you can just dump like a gallon and it'll go out, but if you don't stir it and make sure the water goes down, that thing will fucking pop back up in the middle of the night. I think someone has a story where they like went to bed and like all of a sudden, I think it was Tavo, in the middle of the night, it was like
It lights up.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah. I think. But that story also had a paranormal aspect to it. You remember when he was like, I'll have to have Tavo on the podcast one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also too, again, with us, packability,
Yes.
the size of one of these, so you have the 20 pound,
yeah.
I have a 17 pound. They're basically the same size. With this is basically the size of like 2 bundles of wood for sure.
For sure.
And
then
2 bundles
also the weight as well.
in the weight too. Yeah. Where they are like having so much space for wood, like basically those wood bundles, if you have good wood, what is sold there, a bundle will last an hour. So if you want 5 hours of a good, decent fire, 5 stacks of wood.
Oh, man.
And if that's 2
heavy.
nights, that's 10 stacks of wood.
Yeah, that's a lot of space.
Even if you have multiple
a lot of
people.
space,
If you have a lot of space and you have...
Pickup truck, maybe?
Yeah, truck, dude, for sure. Yeah. But like you can't go wrong with these Ignic or the Lava Box too. Yeah. One of the things is the Lava Box has a huge flame. Like that's probably on low right now.
Probably, yeah, that's probably low, yeah.
The Ignic, I was thinking about getting a Lava Box because the flame was so small on here. But disclaimer, I'm not recommending to do this. But Alex had that hack where you just drill out the valve a tiny bit more.
Oh yeah.
And that's what it used to that's what it used to be like on high. But now that's like on medium, I think. I don't want to spill this beer on here. Let's see if it turned up.
You want to do a test on the fire flames?
That's about as big as I want it.
Oh,
that's like almost high. That's
I gotta
way more.
Scoot back a little.
Yeah, scoot back
with
one. Turn the lava box gets gnarly.
Look at that.
That thing puts out heat.
Oh man.
Burn my lights, homie.
Oh shit.
Nah, you're good, you're good. But even still, like with like a decent flame, like this will last what? How many hours? Or nights, basically.
For a
it's hot.
17 pound of propane.
Yeah.
It will last us 3 nights.
And like I said, that's with
full
like
fire.
Full fire, and that's probably like hours wise.
Yeah.
Basically from like now 6 to 10 or 11. So 18, 20 hours of fire.
Yep.
You know, which is versus 18, 20 bundles of like a good fire. You know, and these things put out heat.
Oh yeah.
My biggest complaint with the Ignic is that used to be like high, but now that I drilled it out, it puts out decent heat.
Yeah.
You know, and what's cool is because we each have one, even if other people are here. If you have one, I would say it's good for like 1 to 3 people comfortably.
That's
4
good.
is kind of pushing it.
Good.
If you need it for heat.
Yes.
A lot of times we're just using it for vibes.
Yeah.
Just to have a nice little vibe on the fire. Because we don't cook on top of these unless sometimes I do put, meaning because we don't want food to drip into them.
Yeah.
But I will throw like a cast iron on top of there.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to do tonight. Put the cast iron on top of there and we'll cook the hot dogs like that. So we could also double as like a cooking surface too. And so also there's just so many benefits to these things. So like in SoCal here, when we have fire restrictions, sometimes you are not allowed to have a wood fire and you'll get a fat fine if you have one. But you are allowed to have these guys because they have on-off valves. You can just turn it, a dedicated on-off valve.
As long as you do the fire
permit
as well. Every year.
You have to have a permit every year. Whether it's wood, honestly, you even have to have that permit to cook with the gas stoves.
No.
Yeah.
You do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
To even have a gas stove.
Good to know.
Any type of fire, and it's free. I'll link the link. I think it's just Cal Fire website, and you basically just watch a video, answer like 7 questions, and then print it out or keep it on your phone or both.
In a video, I think.
In a video, watch the video. Then answer the questions. But that's my number one purchase for sure. And we both have you have the little lava rocks, right?
Yes, it's like a little stones or
and I have the ceramic logs, so it kind of looks like that real fire. I camp at Dixon Lake a lot, and a couple times the rangers come up like really close because they don't believe me that it's wood. From far away, it looks like a regular fire. You know what's funny? Now that I opened the valve more, they're more of the same color. Remember, my color used to be like white. It was like a really light orange. Yeah.
That's the only problem about the boxes. It's just that the set a little bit, but you can clean them up.
Oh yeah. So. They do get a little dirty, like you touching them too.
It gets a little.
Yeah, but
black.
Yeah, but you also don't smell, all your stuff doesn't smell like smoke when you go home, which is good too, you
that's
know.
my favorite benefit of
Yeah,
propane.
because I mean, it might be like a little bit nostalgic for people that like don't camp very often.
Right.
That's why usually when I have a wood fire, it's usually when I'm camping with people that don't camp a lot, because everybody wants to have the vibe of a wood fire. But when you camp as much as we do, literally you're like the smoke will get cooked into your clothes, and you won't
also,
be able to
like,
wash it out. Even
your sleep system. Is
sleep system, everything
gets,
smells like
all
fire. Yeah, which is a good smell, but it's a little much when you're having a wood fire all the time. Yeah.
Especially when the smoke gets to your face.
Yeah,
And these are mostly smoke free.
Yeah, they're basically
really,
smokeless.
smoke-free,
Yeah,
right?
unless something falls in it, like a leaf or
But
something.
other than that,
Yeah, so they're really nice too. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
must
my
have.
for
must
sure
have favorite.
must have, especially for car camping too. We're not backpacking. I feel like that should be pretty obvious, but yeah, that was my number one for sure, or first one. Not like I said, it's not in any sequential order.
Well, that one as well on mine, as the lava box is one of my favorite as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured.
So,
Yeah,
Because we always have them.
yeah, all the time.
And they're very reliable.
I don't think I've ever had it malfunction or anything.
No.
Yeah.
I think maybe we. Oh no, because it's already running out of propane.
Yeah, and I
That's
mean,
the only problem.
yeah, I mean these propane
And once-
tanks last.
Yeah, as long as you have the 17 or the 11,
Yeah.
that should last you for
A
2
while.
nights.
I mean, yeah.
At least 2 nights.
And then sometimes, like, I have a
If you're
splitter for mine, so I'll use this, or I have the adapter. So even like the Coleman stove, I'll use this gas too, so I don't have to carry the 1 pounders.
Oh yeah,
You know,
it goes to
the different.
your cook.
Yeah. So that's also a plus too.
All right.
I rarely do that, but I have the option to, so I don't have to carry the 1 pound or the 1 pound green Coleman gases.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I still do have some of those.
Those are nice too, because like
Yeah, makes
your
it a
cooking
lot
system in
easier.
the fire has to be like within, unless you have a really long hose.
Yeah.
If you're sharing it, you know. So in a pinch, I'll use it, but it's nice to also have an option. I feel like with camping, redundancy is a big thing. Like having, if something fails, you have a redundant of how you can also use it. That's like pretty big too. Yeah. Let's see.
All right, next.
Yeah, number 2. Here you go.
All right, my second one would be a camp light. So I use a lot of camp lights.
Oh yeah, we're both big on lighting.
But the one that I always have in my Jeep is the what do you call it? The ready light.
Yeah.
The
The street light?
Yeah.
The big one? Yeah.
The square one.
Yeah.
This one. Oh, well, it is a street light too, but not that one.
Which
It's
one?
the first one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm gonna let me show and tell.
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it. Let me keep going. I'm gonna check if it's still rolling.
Yeah, this is
Let's
it's called Ready Light, and it's you can buy it at FSR website.
Yeah.
What is nice about this is it's a one whole system, so it has 4 pods, so you can use them separately.
Oh yeah. These are the ones that's really cool. He'll put on the Jeep because they're magnetic. So like when we were camping, like dispersed too, especially, it looks your Jeep looks like a UFO. It's like
it's like rock lights.
Yeah, rock lights,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
And they
So you
last a long time.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the
and
pods
they're bright,
will
too.
last for the low settings for about, I would say 6 hours.
Yeah, easily.
Because I usually turn them on at 6 and
Yeah.
then I see them like be gone at 4 a.m.
in the morning. Yeah.
4 in the morning. So.
Yeah. And it keeps
then-
away like little critters and stuff. I think people say with lights too.
Correct. Yeah.
There's also a hanger on the little lights too.
Little
so-
hanger magnet.
Yeah.
It has a flashlight option.
Yeah,
as
right there.
well, and then the strobe light as well.
Oh, there you go. Flashlight option. Boom.
Yeah.
Strobe.
And this one also has a stand,
yeah.
and it can be a
Oh, shit,
camp. What do you call that?
It's like a floodlight.
Floodlight.
Yeah.
Yes.
To light up in a
So,
big
like-
space.
Yep.
And it's solar.
And it's solar and it charges
To recharge everything
all
during the day.
pods and then during the day. Yep. And this will last probably, I would say, more than 14 hours.
Yeah.
In the high.
The big light. Yeah.
That's really bright.
Yeah. That's a super bright light.
So yeah, this is always in my Jeep.
Yeah.
And it's one of the most used.
Yeah. Yeah. You bust that out almost every time.
Since I know
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much this is always in my Jeep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's a good purchase. And how high does the light go?
It probably goes about 6 foot,
Yeah.
and it has like a tripod.
I thought it's more than 6 foot. It's like 8.
The other one.
Oh, yeah,
the street light.
yeah. That one's like 16 feet.
That
or
one
something.
was like.
That thing's
I think
crazy.
it's probably like 10 or 12 feet.
Yeah,
high.
dude, that thing's gnarly.
Yeah, that one I like it as well,
Yeah.
but not as much as this one.
Yeah, because that one is like multi-use.
Multi-use, has a solar, so you can charge it in the morning. You don't have to worry about charging it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's always ready to go.
Yeah. It's all multi-use, multi-charge. Too.
And it packs really, really small as well.
Yeah, just like
so
a
pretty
little-
much a little.
Size of a small pizza, basically. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and also the stand.
The
It's just
yeah,
like
the
a-
stand. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a solid one.
Yeah.
That's a solid one. Well, I'll go to one. Same thing with me. Lighting is definitely on mine. Let me go grab it. Oh shit! That chair almost fell over. I think this ground's really soft here, so the legs of the chairs like sink into stuff. So, not as crazy of a light, but I feel like a lot of us in the Camptopology community have this light, which is on my list, which is the soup desk light, camp light. So like a table light, it opens up to like, what's that, a couple feet,
Yeah,
but
I
it
like
has
this one.
the different colors right there. You can change the temperature of it, so you can have it be like the LED or like the warm light. It's on a tripod here, the bottom. You can flip it over right here. It's angled. You can set it on the ground. You can set it on a table. You can collapse it all the way down, and it can be like a little
Versatile.
lantern. Yeah, super
Yeah.
versatile. This one doesn't have a hanging option, which some of them do. But I don't think I would use it to hang,
No.
honestly. But there is a magnet, so you can magnet to your car if you're cooking next to your car.
Or you could probably
And
put
angle
a
it.
lanyard or
Oh,
something.
yeah, easily. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Also a power bank, which that one is too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is also a power bank.
Just in case you need to
if
charge.
you really need to, yeah.
Uh-huh. And same thing, this thing lasts forever. And one of the things I didn't really think was, I thought it was like, not gimmicky, but I was like, I don't really understand why that's important. But I actually use it a lot, is anytime the light's on, it has a live power,
Okay.
what's it called?
Indicator.
Indicator.
Yes.
So it doesn't draw that much power when it's on, but you can tell when a light drops off, it'll tell you how much light is left. And I think I just charged this one, so it's on full, but this will last 5 or 6 trips easily
Without a charge?
without a charge.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I probably charged this like since I've gotten them. I have 2 of them. I probably charge them like once every 5 trips, probably. Yeah, and they stay on for a long time.
Very nice.
Too. Yeah.
I like that.
So that's another lighting thing too.
Yeah,
And
if I didn't have enough, more,
I know,
a lot of
right?
light
yeah.
stuff,
Dude, I didn't even-
I would have probably maybe purchased one of these.
Oh
ones.
yeah.
Because what I like about it is just super versatile.
Yeah, and it's super small, like basically the size of like
What,
2 beer
2 beer
cans.
cans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, or
And
soda
that's
cans, whatever.
the most important thing
Yeah,
for me.
super packable.
Yeah.
Sturdy. Both of them obviously weatherproof. You know, like
and the battery lasts long.
Yeah.
It's one of the main thing about camp lights is it has to last
yeah.
at least minimum of 2 nights.
Especially for us. Like,
Yeah, like a
I would say for us, it's
6-hour-ish.
like a couple trips,
Yeah.
or have the capability to solar. You know, that's also
yeah, that too.
Because then you can basically have it indefinitely.
Yeah,
with
that-
there's sun.
Yeah.
You know, barring that there's sun, for sure.
Because you don't have to carry about power banks and stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
actual,
Like so, the people next to us. They took it. Did they take it down?
might have taken that.
Oh,
no,
they
they
hooked
still
up to
have
the
it
other
over there
trees.
still.
They had their lights,
Yeah.
but they had a power bank hanging from the tree too that it was plugged into. Did you
It's
see
crazy.
it?
Yeah,
It was
it's-
like a
it's
small
of
one,
those,
like looked like a
those-
car battery or something.
Those backyard
yeah,
light
yeah.
string
They're
light.
probably glass. Oh, maybe they're not glass. I don't know. They look glass though.
It could be glass.
Yeah.
it could be
But they had the power bank also hanging from the tree,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But like,
a lot of stuff.
even with these, the Lucy lights, which
Yeah.
almost made my list, but I've been using that one, the soup desk,
Soup desk
way
more
more.
and more
Yeah,
than-
I think I like it a lot.
Yeah, I do
more.
have the Lucy lights too. As
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Also good. You
I
keep
love
those
them,
in the Jeep.
but
right?
yeah, it's in the Jeep,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
permanent there.
We're looking at this. We're at a campground where a lot of PCT hikers come through, so a couple of them just walking by right there.
Nice.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that's 2 for us. Is it my turn for the next one?
Yeah. You got.
Okay, so my next one is, I don't have it right now, but is my awning
Oh,
for
okay.
for the
Yeah.
Outback.
Oh, that's very helpful.
Having shade, yeah. I use that for shade, and even through rain or snow, like we were before. I probably use that the most, even because I like to hang the lights from it too, even when I'm solo, or like even if like we're completely shaded, I still like to have it out at this site particularly, just to hang out
underneath.
And then when you pair some type of shade awning with one of the fire cans underneath it, it kind of puts the heat back down.
Oh yes,
It makes
it keeps the heat
in
surround in the awning itself.
Huge difference.
Big difference. Yeah.
And it's people are concerned, like, aren't you worried it's going to burn the top? It's not enough heat that that it's going to burn it, because these are so low and the awnings are like what, 6 feet plus.
Yeah.
But it's enough to kind of push that heat back down.
And plus, like, you can control the the fire, the flame, because
I mean, you saw how big Ryan's got. You wouldn't put that on when under the awning, like, but even just how they are right now.
Yeah.
When it's cold,
and then with the
huge
awning,
difference.
it just makes a difference.
We've done that a few times.
Yes.
And it's like you walk away from under the awning and it's like significantly colder.
And what I like about your awning too is the easy setup.
Yeah. So
easy setup and easy go.
Yeah.
Easy to pack it up.
Yeah. I have the Arrbyy 8-foot. I think they go at millimeters, 25,000 millimeters or something. 8 foot by 8 foot. It's the biggest one they make.
There you go.
Yeah. But you have a couple awnings.
Yeah, I do have a
shade
couple
systems.
awnings. I like them.
Yeah.
They're pretty useful and very light.
Yeah.
The only problem is that the setup.
Yeah. Take a little longer.
It takes a little bit longer to set up, and it's also attached to the Jeep.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can do freestanding on them as well, because it's mostly like a tarp, but shape for an awning.
Some of the tie downs are for like the back of the Jeep and the wheels and stuff.
So like it adds up. It attaches to the Jeep with the poles to make it more roomier and. The only thing I don't like about it is just the setup, because there's so many, what do you call those?
Guidelines and poles.
Poles.
Yeah.
Most of the time I have to use at least 3 poles to have room to go in and out of the awning. Yeah. And like 12 lights around the camp.
Oh, that one time we had it was like a booby traps everywhere. It was like so many. Because I set up that A-frame for that trip too, because we thought it was going to rain.
Yes.
So I set up an A-frame awning. So I had 4, 2, 3, 4, like 5 lines. Ryan had like another 10.
Yeah.
We had we had attached lights to all of them.
And we were hammering down.
Everything. Yeah.
For about at least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just to set up those.
But in that vein, just a good shade system, especially when you're summer camping or desert camping.
Out a lot.
Yeah.
Shade. What else? Rain.
Yeah, snow,
sleet.
When we
had that. That one time.
I actually just got the awning wall for my awning.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that could help with wind too, or privacy, like if you're facing.
I think that's a good purchase.
Oh, I love it. I've only used it once so far. I think once.
And you could extend it as well.
Yeah, so you could also basically double the shade area. But you have to get 2 more poles, which I always carry extra tent poles. Yeah. Like not tent poles, but like expandable poles.
Okay.
They call them tent poles. And Snow Peak just sent me their awning, their Takibi awning.
Oh, yeah.
That was at Shelby's party. That thing's huge.
I saw that.
It's huge.
Oh,
dude.
man.
Yeah, it's tall. It's like
it's almost like 12 foot.
Yeah, I think it's 12
12
feet.
foot
Yeah.
tall.
It's basically to shade like a whole camp table area where you don't have to duck under to go. It's
that's I think it's the most important thing about that type of awnings is you're not clearance for us.
For sure. Yeah.
At least 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, if you have to duck under all the time. Yeah.
And also when it's wet.
Yeah.
Your hair.
If you're touching
the awning itself.
Yeah.
It can get wet as well.
Because sometimes too, like even in the morning.
Yeah.
Just the condensation will build up at the top, on the bottom side. Even though the awnings are waterproof, condensation will build up on the bottom. Yeah. So if you I've so many times even on my awning, depending on, because the Outback isn't very tall. Mm-hmm. So depending on how the slant is when I set it up, in the mornings if I walk under it and I hit it a little bit, especially if I'm trying to get into my door, it's wet on top, wets my hair and my beanie.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But yeah, so awnings definitely huge part. Yeah, of our both of our setups. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, number 3 for you.
my next one, it's gonna be the fridge.
Ooh, yeah,
It's a game changer.
100%.
Oh my gosh.
That's on my list too. Yeah, I'll just say
Is
mine
that
right
your
now.
list?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, I have the ISCO VL60
Yeah,
Pro, and it's very big.
yeah.
That's the only
Fit a
thing.
gang of shit in there.
Yeah, I mean you can put anything. There,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I love it. It's also very consistent on the power, and insulation wise, I think it looks pretty good because
Oh, dude, yeah,
it keeps
Yeah.
the water
yeah.
super cold.
And
so-
you put a frozen Nalgene in yours, right?
what I do is I put ice water.
Ice water. That's what-
Yeah.
yeah.
I put a lot of ice in there and then the water.
Yeah.
And then
the
when
ice stays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ice stays there.
Yeah.
And the water, I could just refill my flask,
Yeah.
my hydro flask, and then
To have cold water during
cold
summer.
water, yeah.
I got to start doing that. I keep forgetting.
because
This summer I'm going to do that. It also helps the fridge not work as hard because it's keeping cool inside.
that too because
yeah.
of the ice. Yeah.
Yeah. And your fridge can drop down to like freezer temperature too, right?
Yes.
-4?
It only has one temperature.
One whole big
Yeah,
thing.
big one. Yeah. Yeah. It goes to I believe -3.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 3 or 4 is the
3
usually.
or 4, I
yeah.
believe. Yeah. And no, it works really well.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're the one that got me to get my fridge. I went with the cheapest fridge, 58, so it's not as big, but it's still pretty big. It's still way bigger than we need a lot of times.
No, yeah.
I got the Uhomi 58 core. The insulation definitely is not as good as the IceCo, so you'll probably see a video of mine. I wrapped it with the Reflectix, which helps a bit. And honestly, like that fridge is plugged in at home right now from Shelby's party. I've had it on for weeks at a time, and it's completely fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as mine too. I pretty much the fridge is always plugged in. I do have a power bank.
Oh yeah, you have to have a power bank with the
Yeah,
fridge. That's one thing.
with the fridge.
Yeah.
That kind of like it's a combination.
You're kind of like with the fire pits, you have to have the
Right,
gas.
a
The
gas
fridge,
pit, yeah.
you have to have the fire pit. Yeah.
For that fridge, you have to have at least minimum of 700 watt hour.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
But we
because-
also have solars for the
Correct.
batteries,
Yes.
just in case. Like I power. How many watt hours is yours?
Well, mine is about 700.
700,
watts.
yeah.
Yeah, it's called Ace Volt.
Yeah.
It takes about for that whole power bank from 100% to probably about 10% is 12 hours of use time with the IceCo on a 32 degree.
32 degrees. Yeah.
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 So like
That's about right.
12
Yeah.
hours.
Mine's a little worse, meaning I
That's
use quite a bit.
summertime as well.
That's summer. Yeah, summertime.
No, that's like when it's
summertime
super,
versus
super
winter
hot.
is
Yeah.
huge difference in how hard the fridges work.
Yeah,
for sure.
But when it's cooler time,
that'll probably be a couple days.
It's gonna last you
3
probably
maybe.
about 2 nights.
2 nights. Yeah,
nights
2
for
full days.
full
Yeah,
days,
48
yeah,
hours
for sure.
Yeah. Even with mine, I power mine with my little Jackery 240 still, and I think the most I've had it was like 4 nights, but I have to run the solar with it, and if the sun isn't full sun, like I've left the campsite sometimes after 3 or 4 nights, and I have like 12% battery left.
Yeah,
it's
well-
barely making it, you know.
Well, for me as well, when I have my power bank, I always charge it with the alternator
Yeah.
plugged into my.
When you're driving somewhere?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
driving.
Same with
so
mine,
it's gonna
yeah.
get charged that way, and also second, it gets charged as well with the solar.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I have about 120 watt solar.
Yeah.
So
See, in mine, like you have a 700 watt hour.
Yeah.
I have a 240 watt hour, and your solar is 200. What did you say? I forgot.
Solar is 120.
120.
Yeah.
Mine's only 60.
Oh,
So I'm lucky if I'm getting 30 watt hours put in. That's kind of rule of thumb with the solar. Like you'll get, if you're lucky to get half of what it says it can
that's
get.
always half.
So, yeah. So, but it's still better than dealing with ice.
No, yeah.
Like, we talk about all this,
Because of
like
the-
it
yeah.
sounds like a big inconvenience, but the time that convinced me to get the fridge is that one time we were in Sequoia, and we did 2 different campsites, but towards the end of it, I think it was like 3 nights or 3 days. Was it 4 nights? Must have been 4.
4 nights, I think.
4 nights. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh, no,
la-
3 days and 3 nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or 4 nights and
that
3
last day, I just remember when I have a good, like, I love my cooler, don't get me wrong. I think I brought the big one. I brought the Fat Boy. You know, they're super heavy, the coolers, plus ice. It's just like, these are way lighter too, the fridges, I think, comparatively.
Yeah.
But at the end of the trip, like, my cooler was like full of water. We had a cheese board that time. So some of the cheese, like, I thought I sealed it in a bag, but it like leaked out. So like it was like cheese water in there. So like you go to get a drink and you pull it out and you wipe it off and you go like this to drink it, and it smells like cheese. It smells like cheese.
Oh my God.
And then you had those ginger beers that trip.
Oh, yeah,
and you're like, you want a
that's
ginger
right.
beer?
Oh,
and you handed
man.
me a ginger beer. It was like nice and dry and like clean. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that ginger beer just like, that was the turning point where I was like, I got to get a
You
fridge.
gotta
I got to
get
get
a
a fridge. That next trip, I had a
yeah.
fridge. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, not having to deal with ice too. Like, so when we're dispersed camping, like when we're up there, like what the general store is like, I mean, it's not far, 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
But still, if you need ice, like it's not nice not having to worry about
It's
ice.
inconvenient.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. For
'Cause
sure.
You just have to watch it. And, I mean, ice is heavy.
Yeah, ice is super heavy.
It's
yeah.
like water. pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
I mean, it is water.
And also too, I like how you can control the temperature, so you know. Once I got the fridge is when I started kind of bringing sushi camping, like pre-made
yeah.
sushi. You also don't have to worry
Keeps
about it
them
getting wet.
Everything dry.
Yeah, and so this isn't on the list too, but Ryan actually turned me on to those
Thermometer.
tiles that also monitor the humidity. So you can literally tell when you open up the fridges, humidity gets in there, but when you close it, the humidity goes way down after like 30 minutes.
It lets you know.
Yeah, it lets you know. So
Yeah, it's what do they call those? Govi.
yeah,
Govi tiles.
Govi, yeah. So you can put stuff in the fridge and it won't get soggy where it totally would in a cooler because it's just a box full of water, you know. So
Yeah.
fridge
No, it's a
definitely,
must.
yeah, game
It's a
changer
must.
for
It's
sure.
for sure
for
a
fridge.
must.
Yeah, that was mine too. All right, so my turn for number 4.
Yeah.
Let's see. Honestly, I really love, for a lot of reasons, but the Arrbyy tent,
Okay.
my Snow Peak tent.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I think the design, just like
I like
the
that.
feeling when you're inside. I have like a grip. I have so many tents. Like it's embarrassing. I probably have like 7 or 8 tents, big, small, easy setup, hard to set up. Yeah, just Snow Peak. Everything Snow Peak has just such a beautiful design, and the feeling when you're sleeping or inside the tent is like, it feels really homey. Shelby, that's why Shelby loves the tent too.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. One time, me and Shelby, we were camping. I think the first couple of times we took it out, and I think we had like an edible, and we were like drinking too, and we went to bed. And I was sitting there like, wow, this tent just feels so good inside. And I was like, I wonder if like, you know, the part of the testing process is like, all right, you're gonna do mushrooms, you're gonna drink beer, you're gonna smoke bud, you're gonna do this. Everybody's gonna sleep in the tent and let us know how it feels. You know, it just felt so good in that tent. And then we set it up.
What do you call it? The design.
Yeah, inside and outside, it looks
And
super clean.
It looks comfy inside.
It's super comfy. Yeah, has that awning area too.
Yeah.
So like a lot of times a couple of times me and Shelby have been just us two, and it's rained, we can set up the awning, and I can sit outside under the awning. Shelby's inside with Crinkle. What's also cool about that tent is all 4 sides open up.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the Arrbyy. Yeah. And even the design of how the air flows in the tent, like there's like roll-ups towards the bottom of the tent, so it sucks air in the bottom and goes out the top. It's just like designed so well, man. Like, and last time we were here, we had that tent, and it was pouring rain all night when I was here with my cousin, and we were completely dry. Like the bathtub bottom, everything was like.
It's very rare to not. I mean, having a tent and not have a moisture inside.
Oh, yeah, that thing, the breeze aspect of that tent, like my pop-up tent that I have right now that I'm trialing is always wet on the inside.
you
On the
always complain
inside. The outside's dry, but on the inside it's wet.
Very wet.
Just from breathing
I
condensation.
think it might be just the breathable of
that materials and
it's
they
very
don't
waterproofy.
Yeah, and they don't have the like. I'm curious if it's freaking wet in there right now. The first time we used it, we had the screens were closed, but the flaps were open. By the time we got in the tent, it was wet, which sucks because that's the easiest tent I had to set up. That's why I bring it. It's just one of those pop-up tents. Yeah. But I don't know. But the Arrbyy, like, not
One of the best.
Yeah, and also Snow Peak. Like I have to disclose, I do work with them too. Super great customer service. One of the zippers broke on my Arrbyy, and they're like, "We'll send you a new one." Not to say that they're going to send it to everybody because I do partner with them, but I think it was it might have been a manufacturing thing, because also too on that tent, something I found which was a flaw that I told them about, and they first time they offered me to send me a new one, I was like, no, it's fine, it's not that big a deal. There were two pieces of Velcro like this big that was missing on the tent.
Oh, okay.
One side had it, one side didn't. And so I was like, maybe it's a design, maybe it's intentional, but I told them like, oh no, that must have been a manufacturing thing. Yeah. I'm curious if a bunch of tents went out like that though.
Oh, okay.
Like how does the manufacturing or QC miss that? Oh. But anyways, they made it right. And that's what's one thing I want to say about all these outdoor brands. When you pay a lot of money, part of the thing that you're paying for is the customer service and the warranties. And the warranties. Yeah. They'll usually replace it like basically no questions asked, or repair it. Yeah. Whereas like if you're going with the cheaper brands, you basically got to buy it twice, you know. So,
yeah, the warranties it's one of my huge.
Yeah, and I think that
the customer service.
I think that's that's not what a lot of people realize is, and I've never really heard anybody say. Actually, I should make a video about that. Is yes, it's expensive stuff, but brands like Big Agnes, same thing too. My chair flew across our wood fire one time and a hole in it, and I reached out to. I wasn't even asking for a new one. I wasn't even working with them at the time. Yeah. I just said, hey, can I purchase another the canvas or the Yeah. And they're like, yeah, let me see if we can find one in the warehouse for you. And then they couldn't find one. They're like, we'll just send you a new one. And I was like, dude, thank you so much. It's like super cool. So they actually, and I actually was like, can I get the XL? They're like, yeah, no problem. So they sent me the XL. That's why I have the two different sizes.
Size now. Yeah,
so that customer service, brands like Big Agnes, Snow Peak, Patagonia, all the big brands, that's part of why they're expensive is because their customer service and warranties are so good as well. So
and their product usually lasts.
Yeah, dude. And like also too, like I always disclaim, like when products are failing with me, I camp I don't think these products are tested for as much as I camp. Like it's crazy how much we camp.
Yeah.
Like these if you camp like a normal person, I would say even 5-10 times a year, which is a lot for a normal person, these products are gonna last you a lifetime. Oh yeah. We'll camp 5 times in 2 months. Sometimes,
sometimes or even
twice
more.
Last year with my wrap up, I think and you were on a lot of them. I think I did like 48 trips. Wow. Multiple nights, so it was like on average 2 to 3 nights a trip.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Yeah, no. We're weird. Yeah, we put our gear through the ringer all seasons. Like we're not gentle with it, know. So that's what. Yeah.
All my gears usually gets dragged or get left.
Dropped.
Yeah.
Or left in the sun, or
right.
Yeah. Because, or banged on something. Yeah. Like something I noticed right before we started filming the podcast was these Lucy lights. I don't know if you can see them in the shot. It's the 40-foot one. So the first 20 feet of lights are brighter than the last 20 feet of lights. Yeah. And I love Lucy.
First time I saw
that. Yeah, first time I saw it too. But like I said, I use these lights probably more hundreds of hours of these lights being on. Yeah.
I have some.
And I just noticed it this time.
But the other one, the green one.
The first version.
Your first version.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, I have no problem with them.
Yeah,
so. Just maybe because something wrong with it.
And also, too, I did notice I left, and I have two of these exact lights. I left one out one time, and I didn't close it, and it rained. Oh. And I noticed there was a little rust on the plug, and I scraped it off. Because it wasn't even working at first.
Maybe it's not connected.
Yeah, it might be. But like I said, we put our gear through the fucking ringer.
Yeah, sometimes you just left out.
Yeah, like literally sometimes I get drink too much and I leave everything out. So it's not. I might not even be like a manufacturer. It might be user error, but or like like I said, we use this stuff like a lot. Yeah. So, all right, Frit, that was mine. That was my number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we got
that.
Doing?
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, thank you.
I said, you guys?
Yeah.
Let me take your picture.
Yeah, definitely,
yeah.
This is a good picture.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, come around.
Come on, yeah.
You guys can sit there and look cool.
Yeah. Oh, we got a camera set up already.
We're on
we're filming a podcast right now. Yeah. I do camping stuff. No, come on in. Yeah. Yeah, this is my favorite spot here for sure. Yeah, a lot of.
You
do a podcast? Do you have YouTube videos?
Yeah, podcasts. I work with a lot of outdoor brands and stuff. Yeah.
My phone with me. I wanted to get. What's your name?
It's Camthropology. Yeah, I could write it down for you. Yeah.
Card?
I don't actually. I usually have stickers, but I ran out
Am I
today.
interrupting this? And there's people
No.
actually listening right now.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but like yeah, you're not interrupting anything. This
Yeah,
is
no.
part of camping. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Hi, how are you?
Right on. This is very cool.
Yeah.
I drove by. I'm like, now that is a dang cool looking camp.
As long as you don't walk backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I know. Yeah.
It's
That
a
little cliff right there, and that it's really soft as well too.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Camp.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
rolling, by the way.
Roland Bob.
Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
Nice to
This
meet
is
you
my
guys.
friend
Tim,
Tim?
nice to meet you.
Roland. Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Tim.
Okay, rolling.
Yeah. Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
we're just doing a
Campology, is that it?
Camthropology.
Camphro.
Yeah, I'm an anthropology major
Yeah, I
at school,
love it.
but I just made up a word. So yeah.
Dude, it is so cool.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And so, you do YouTube videos
Mhm.
and
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok while it's still here. You know, like, yeah.
And where do you go everywhere? Do you go San Diego?
I'm mainly San Diego. So like
really?
I probably camped at every campsite within
Really?
50 miles of San Diego. Yeah. We go dispersed camping too quite a bit. Yeah.
Have been at the top of Egg Mountain?
No, that's on one of my lists though.
Go, dude,
Yeah.
that's our favorite
Okay,
spot, dude.
yeah.
Such a beautiful view and
Yeah.
360 degrees. And,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
if you're doing this as like
Yeah.
a side business and you go during the week, it would be completely open.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You get up there and it's got two big spaces to deploy your vehicles and
Oh, nice.
your
What's the
camping
road
items.
like getting up there?
It's easy.
Oh, cool, sweet.
Forest Road.
The
Yeah.
minivan. My buddy's BMW goes up it.
Oh no way.
Oh.
Nice. Nice.
No, you can go up in anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
you'll
check
be-
it out.
Definitely. Yeah, it's it's the road into Bow Willow, and you hang
Okay.
a right. so you get
Yeah.
off at Bow Willow, like you're going into
Uh-huh.
Bow Willow. Hang a right right where it merges.
Yeah, yeah.
That hill.
Hey, Bow Willow's also on my list too. I've never been out there.
Oh, you
But
haven't?
yeah. I usually go like Blair Valley area if I'm
Yeah.
going out, or like Little Blair Valley around the back.
Well, you know what?
Wow.
I've done all this from front to back. And
Yeah.
I think the southern part of it is much
Okay,
better and
yeah,
nicer,
yeah.
way more diverse.
Yeah.
You go down Mortera Wash and you go through this really cool canyon area, then over some like rolly hills, and then you come down into like the train
Okay.
trestle and
Yeah.
that thing, and there's a big water tower and there's ruins of
Uh-huh.
and it's just like these discoveries that
Ooh.
but Blair Valley area it's just kind of I don't know. I camped there. I felt like everything was on a slope.
Yeah, it is for
I didn't
sure.
like that.
Yeah, I go a little bit past it. On the backside is Little Blair Valley, but it's still everything's a
I've
little
heard Little Blair
sloping
Valley. I
right
didn't
there.
really-
Yeah, or even like do you know if McCain Valley right here, does that connect to out there with a car? I think you can hike through
My buddy
all the way
Reed
up.
would know, and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's what's one of my things is when I go exploring next. I want to see if that connects all the way up because it's the what's the Overland Highway, the something.
Yeah, the Great Southern.
Great
Highway.
Southern. Yeah. I want to say it does, but I'm not positive. I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to
don't
find
know.
out. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
buddy Reed would know. He'd be like, yeah, I've ridden my motorcycle everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Cool, dude. Well,
Yeah.
it was nice meeting you.
Yeah. Definitely. You guys got a spot up there?
Yeah, we camp here all the time.
Cool. Yeah.
It's our kind of spring.
We're all out of town,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Backyard.
45-minute drive.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
You live in San Diego?
Yeah. I'm up from Vista.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sort of East County.
East
so we're
County.
straight
Oh,
up.
dude. Yeah. You guys know Tim up here? The host? Yeah. And Peter's always here with the.
Yeah,
Yeah, the spinner man. Yeah.
Everybody knows Peter.
Yeah, this is like my go-to camp spot.
Yeah.
It's probably the busiest I've seen it,
yeah.
honestly.
It's pretty busy.
Yeah, I was like surprised.
I
Even
got here
like,
about noon, and
uh huh.
I think there were like 4 people, and all of a sudden within a couple hours,
Everybody started pulling in.
already,
Yeah. What's always nice is like if I always tell him if it's full here, we'll just go to Boulder Oaks because there's no one ever there, and that equestrian campground there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like literally down the road. Yeah.
It's
PCT hikers, you'll get that, but that's about it.
and that's
Yeah.
kind of cool. But
Yeah.
You if this is full and you're like I don't want to go to the desert and you just go across the freeway and hang a right and there's a horse camp over there.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 pretty good spaces. They all have
Horse corralling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
horse
yeah.
corralling.
A little creepy at night when you're by yourself. It's like all these cages everywhere. I've been in solo camp quite a bit, so that's one of them. I'm like, I don't know about this. Yeah.
No, that place would be a little freaky.
Yeah, totally.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of road noise, believe it or not.
Oh
You-
yeah,
you-
from the 8 right there.
yeah,
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
car going down that frontage road,
Yeah.
you can hear the 8 din, but every car that goes down the frontage road, you hear every tire that hits the every.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's falling asleep at the wheel. You hear it. All the truckers there. Yeah, really. The whole time. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be funny.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, hey, you guys have a good.
Yeah,
day.
definitely. Nice
yeah,
meeting
you
y'all.
too.
Yeah,
Nice.
stop by for a beer later if you want. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, well, yeah, we got plenty. Yeah, we have plenty of beer. Yeah.
Cheers.
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, brother. See ya.
Yeah. Have a
right.
good one.
Wait, it was
Roland,
Roland,
and
Ryan.
Ryan,
Roland and Ryan.
and
Yes.
Tim and
Bob.
Bob.
Roland
Cool.
and Ryan.
Excellent. Yeah. Good. Nice to meet
yeah.
y'all. Yeah. Now where up on my list?
Your list.
Yeah. 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 Actually, at this campground, I've met so many cool people.
No, yeah.
At this campground. Like,
Yeah, and everybody's very
Super friendly.
super friendly, and they know each other.
Yeah, like people have been coming here
Every
for a
coming in,
while.
they
Yeah,
already
it's also
know,
really
yeah.
cool. Last time I was here with David from the podcast South of the 8, a couple, it was literally almost the same thing. 2 dudes, just like good buddies camping like us, just
Yeah.
rolled up and we like hung out with them like almost all night.
Oh, nice.
I almost thought it was them at first. Their
Yeah.
names were Will and Wes though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the.
Yeah.
Let me make sure we're still recording.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Yeah.
What's your next?
My next one.
Oh yeah, we're still good.
Still good?
Yeah,
Are we still on frame?
we're still good. Yeah, yeah, we're still in frame.
All
Still
right,
good.
great.
Still recording.
Okay, my next one is gonna be, let's see, my sleep system by Hest. HEST.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't bring it out.
yeah. It's in there. but
Yeah, it's in there.
Yep.
Just because I think it's like one of the most important thing to have when
100%.
camping
Yep. Yep.
is your sleep.
Yes, because if you don't sleep good, you're not gonna have a good time at camp.
And you will probably not.
If
gonna do
you're
it again.
cold, uncomfortable, yeah, and you're not gonna do it again, and you're gonna hate the next day
yes.
too. Yeah, because you're not gonna be rested.
So this one I spend pretty much a little bit of money,
Uh huh.
but it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Just because this has a foamy
And
top
air, both.
and
right?
air
Yeah.
inflatable air pad that it's like a what do you call those sup kayak?
Oh yeah, the stand-up
the
paddleboard
stand-up
material,
paddleboard
that
material,
really
yep.
thick. Yeah, yeah,
It's heavy duty.
yeah.
It's a little bit big.
Shout out Red Horse.
Oh, nice. yeah. Go.
Yeah, it fits in the Jeep though.
And it fits in the Jeep,
Even
yeah.
when you put that platform in there.
just because the way you fold it
Yeah.
or roll it,
Mm-hmm.
it's enough space for you can put it in the back seats.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
It fits really well.
Yeah.
So, but I would, compromise my space for a sleep system.
Yeah. Same. My
100%.
Yeah, that's on my list too. The biggest is my sleep system. So I was like, it's a bunch of products, but I always consider your sleep system. So it's
Yeah.
like for me, it's like my climate insulated double bag
There you go.
and the North Face sleeping bag
Yeah.
and the 2 rumples we keep in there.
Yes.
And the pillows.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, same.
it's
as
hard.
mine,
You can't just pick one because if you have a good sleeping pad,
No, it has to be. Well, it's trial and error.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, if you sleep
So-
warm and you don't need a lot of blankets,
Yep.
just a good pad,
Yep.
Or like I have a friend, shout out Louis, who used to sleep on his climbing ropes, so like,
Climbing ropes?
Yeah, he's a climber, so he'd be like, oh dude, I used to like dirtbag and like sleep on my climbing ropes and up in Yosemite and stuff. I'm like, dang, dude.
Ooh, that's rough for it.
That's rough, right?
That's
what I'm
super
saying.
rough for
yeah.
me.
So his system was climbing ropes and probably like a couple sweaters on top of
man.
him. Shout out Louis. We gotta go camping soon. But yeah,
Gotta
so,
beat that guy.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think you've met him yet. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's definitely sleeping system.
Yes.
Be comfortable, whatever.
Finding a sleeping system.
It's a giant RV.
Wow.
Shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
A sleeping system that works
Yeah.
for you
Yes.
and is comfortable. So even too, like all my sleeping stuff I put in this big 100-liter roll top dry bag, and it's big.
Yeah.
It takes up probably the most room out of all of my gear.
Yeah.
100%.
Same as mine too.
Yeah.
I put them in a a big pillowcase
Mm-hmm.
that are like type of pillowcase that you use for the backyard
Yeah, yeah.
for your pillows.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
Right. So I use that and put all my comforter there and the rumple
The Rumple, yeah.
and
Shout out Rumple.
Yes, shout out.
I'm an ambassador,
Yes.
so I gotta say.
No, yeah, I have rumple there and the what do you call this? And the bed sheet
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, yeah. And you're like, there's. I don't think there's been a time where you were like uncomfortable, like.
No, not
yeah.
even once.
Yeah.
No, since I had this sleep system, is like it changed.
Oh
everything.
yeah. Before that, it's trial and error too. So like I
Yeah.
said, it all depends on your comfortability. I mean, I've done so many videos on my sleeping system, and honestly, there's been a couple people that are like, I don't like the Climate Double V, and I'm like, that's totally fair, you know. It works for me, but then they usually opt with like the King Camp Arrbyy, or they go with the Hest, you know.
Oh, yeah,
So it
yeah.
depends on.
Yeah, shout out to Hess.
Yeah, shout out Hest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They
Without
just had
you
Kayla
guys.
just went to Hest Fest. They had like a fest.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, Kayla
yes,
went.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
In Colorado.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I couldn't
So-
go there. It's too far for me.
Yeah, that's
It's a little
pretty
too far.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, yeah, for making. I mean, shout out to Hess to making that sleep system because without that,
I've heard
I
they're
probably
good.
wouldn't, you
Yeah.
know, camp more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Because if you're not comfortable, man,
It hurts.
you're not. Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, literally, especially when you're older
hurts.
like us too. Like you got to be.
Oh no.
I mean, I used to camp like with just like. I mean, the thermarests are comfortable too, but I remember I used to camp with just
I used to have
nothing,
one of those
like a
too.
couple blankets on the ground, and
Yeah.
you're like pretty okay. But like, game changer as well. If you dial in your sleep system,
Yeah.
game changer.
And
That was
also
on my
the
list too.
way
Yeah.
Our systems as well too works with hot weather.
Yeah.
And cold weather.
Cold.
as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It keeps you cool when it's hot, and then it keeps you warm when
Yeah.
it's really, really
Yeah.
cold. When
Yeah.
we, you know, camp.
Like my
in the
North Face
snow.
Dolomite, the duo sleeping bag. So I use the double even when I'm solo because I like having all the room. But me and Shelby both comfortably fit in there. And there's 2 layers. You can zip off both the layers.
Layers. I like that.
Yeah, or like use just one. Basically, just use just one of the layers. If you zipped off both of them, you wouldn't have anything. But like you can. There's one's rated to like 30, and then one's rated to like. I think it's more like 45, but both of them together is super warm. And I've camped with that system with the North Face Dolomite Duo, both layers, plus 2 rumples in there, and like 15 degrees.
Wow.
And I was warm. And I just slept in a base layer, a Carhartt base layer.
That's cool.
So not even with like jackets
Not
and
even
stuff.
jacket,
yeah.
yeah.
So it was super warm. But like I said, it takes up a lot of room, but it's worth it. Definitely was one of the ones on my list.
Definitely
too.
you have to have. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. Is it my turn or your turn? Is this our last one
Yeah, I think.
for
maybe-
best?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh,
Do you have 2 more? Do we lose track
I think I
somewhere?
had 2 more.
Okay, you must be your turn then.
Yeah. Okay. So
Maybe, I don't know.
The
Anyway.
next one is my cook system.
Yeah.
Must have as well.
Yeah. Well, which
And
one?
Which one, right? I have 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like them both.
Yeah.
The first is the one I have is the Jet Boil Flash with combo with the
Half
Jet
gen?
Boil half gen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's your newest one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I do have them here.
Boom.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Shout out Jet Boil.
Jet Boil. Yeah. Oh man, without this, I would probably be hungry.
Yeah.
Every single camp.
Yeah. Workhorse for
And
sure. One of the things we use the most.
Be cranky
yeah.
in the morning. If I
Yeah,
don't have my
no coffee too. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the Jet Flash, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Jet Boil Jet Flash, and then the
What's good? The half gen.
half
system?
gen. Yeah. No, this is actually
Whitney
I-
just got that.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
she
heard
saw
about
yours,
it.
yeah.
And it's very compact.
Yeah. It's nice.
That's
Light.
why I like
was
it.
I don't think I
And
even.
it's very,
yeah.
very.
Especially for car camping. This is like, yeah.
And what I like about this is very precise on
Oh,
the
temperature
flame.
control?
Yeah, the
Ah.
control for sure.
That's really
Yeah.
good too. Yeah.
And it has all the pots and pans as well too. So
yeah. Yeah.
and it works.
How much does that run? I know we're not talking prices because
This
we get
one,
embarrassed, but I'm
I'm
curious
not- I
what
forgot
that
of
was.
the
You got it on
price
sale
already.
though, right? Or
Yeah.
on Marketplace?
No, I found it in Marketplace.
Yeah.
And I bought it really, really good price.
Yeah.
So it was a score
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. How much is it new?
I believe it's about $2 to $50 maybe.
Oh, wow, yeah,
around
yeah.
there.
And what'd you
Because
get-
they
what'd
do
you
have
get?
the double one. It's like
The
about
two of them,
5.
right? Yeah.
So this is the half.
Yeah,
half
yeah.
of the double.
Half
one.
of the you can
Yeah.
attach the other one to that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can attach multiple jet boil
Gas feed the
right.
whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, with the half gen and then the double burners.
How much did you get
And with
on
the-
Marketplace?
This one I got it for $100.
Oh yeah, like more than half
Yeah,
off.
he was saying that he wanted to actually. What's cool about the guy was he used it once
Yeah.
and he was using it for backpacking.
That's pretty heavy for a backpack.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
why he was changing to actually Snow Peak. He mentioned about Snow Peak.
The
I was
Pocket
wow.
Rocket Snow
Pocket
Peak?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
so
like the
he wanted to
titanium one.
change to that small one because he used to have the Flash one and this one as well.
Yeah, that's heavy for backpacking. Yeah.
But for Jeep camping.
oh yeah, car
or
camping.
car
Yeah,
camping,
that's super nice.
It's
nice
pretty
case
cool.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it fits everything in there. So
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what I like about that.
I didn't put a cook system on mine list. I almost did, but I can't decide which one because I have the different, like the Wild Journey.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I'm still in the process of testing. I love it,
Yeah.
but I also love my Coleman.
Right.
You know,
You use it a lot.
use
as
the
well.
the Coleman too. I basically got a griddle cast aluminum for it, so it's basically like a Blackstone. But I also want the Blackstone, the new camping
the
one.
new one.
That's we were
He
talking
has
about that
been-
before we started. I'm like, I want
he's
it.
been
Eyeing it because
eyeing
Tavo
it,
has
saying
the
it
just the
ever
backyard.
since I
Oh,
seen
dude,
him
whenever
today.
we camp in Tavo, he doesn't have the camping one, but he has the regular,
The big
the
one.
tabletop one.
Yeah,
I'm
17
like,
inch,
dude,
I
that's
think.
so sick. Like, cook up like for 6-8 people, just
Yeah.
breakfast,
too.
freaking. He's done
quick.
like ribs on there, like
Yep.
easy to clean too,
Right.
dude. So
Yeah, like what I have as well is the Oris Scotto.
yeah, the Scottle, like also
Oh,
too. Yeah.
yeah.
I was like Scottle Blackstone are like my next
Yeah.
moves, like.
So yeah, you can choose which one.
But while I'm
probably.
in
You won't-
transition, tonight, I'm just gonna put a cast iron on that.
yeah, or try that tonight, right?
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see how that goes. So that I was thinking about putting a cook system on my list,
Yeah.
but I couldn't decide. But it's definitely important.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely important.
Yeah, I used the jet boil pretty much every single time because this is the packability is really really good.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it fits in one of the
Small,
containers
yeah,
that I
yeah.
have.
Yeah,
But the Oriscotto, I bring that when we have trips more than 2 nights
yeah.
because that is really good.
Oh, dude, yeah.
For cooking bunch
A
of
lot of food,
and
quick, easy cleaning.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the Scottle.
Yeah, and it has its own stand and
Yeah.
stuff, so you don't have to worry about
needing a table
No,
to
the
put
table.
something on. Yeah,
Right.
that's also a huge
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
For the Scottle.
So
Yeah, even if with the Blackstone, you have to have a table.
right.
And so that's like if you're dispersed camping, you have to bring a table, which obviously we do.
We do.
But that could be something that somebody might not anticipate if they go dispersed camping and there's no amenities. They're like, where am I supposed to put all my shit?
Yeah.
Like I like in my full setup, I had to have like fucking 5 tables. You know, like
Yeah, I saw that one time. You had
Yeah.
all the tables there.
Yeah.
Luckily, you have all the tables because I was needing one as well.
Yeah,
Just to put
yeah.
all the food in.
Yeah, I have so many tables.
Yeah.
Like I got a lot of stuff. I can
Yeah.
play around with all my gear. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's good. That's cook system.
yeah.
So we got off track somewhere because I just have one more left.
Okay. Yeah.
Mine, we'll do yours too after. Mine was actually the Zolio. Like, I really I like
yeah.
having the peace of mind of having the Zolio
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's the most probably the
for
important
safety.
one.
Yeah, for safety too.
Yeah, important.
Like,
yeah.
and I paid for that. I think I paid for like I think it's like $40 a month.
Okay.
Like I said, you can pause it too, but I camp so much. Even here at this campground, there's no service. You know, so it's just peace of mind if something happens.
Yeah.
Also, too, like for Shelby, you know,
It's a
like, or
must.
even like my mom when I'm, like, you know, I think they're used to it now. But like, especially if you're someone that doesn't camp a lot and you're getting into camping and you're going dispersed where there's no service,
Yeah.
your loved one's gonna be like, "Yo, dude, where the fuck are you? Like, you know, where are you okay?
No,
you know,
yeah,
especially if you're on
right.
like an extended trip.
Yeah.
So it's nice to just be able to check
able to
in
connect,
free,
yeah.
and just be like, hey, I'm okay. You know, or like
Right.
every day one check in, or like especially when we're up in Sequoia too. You know, like
Oh yeah.
Tavo has a couple stories where they needed a ranger had to come find them for one thing.
Yeah.
Because there was a family emergency at home, and luckily their loved ones knew to call the ranger station, and the rangers come to find them. But it's nice to just be able to send a message.
It's
Yeah.
convenient, and also just an emergency.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because
Not even for
you
us,
never
but for
know
someone
what's gonna
else.
happen,
Yeah.
If
If we're out there and like
Yeah.
even if it's not at our camp, if another
Right.
camp, something happens, like because
at least you can connect with someone and
Yeah.
they know what's happening.
yeah. And what's cool about the Zolio is they have the non-emergency text where you can text like a nurse.
Oh.
It just charges you for the same message.
Yeah.
But it's non-emergency. It's like,
Oh,
I
it's just
sprained
like
my
a quick
ankle.
message?
Yeah, or like something like where
Quick text?
I'm feeling sick, but I don't need airlift out. Like,
Right.
And I think it just charges you for the regular message.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Yeah. So shout out Zolio.
Yeah.
Yeah, too. Have I partnered with them officially? No, I don't think I have.
No.
They've reached out, but then I think that they never contact me back. But still, like
But
Zolio,
still.
Garmin,
Garmin.
either any one of
Any,
the satellite messengers,
satellite, yes.
definitely for peace of mind, especially if you're dispersed camping.
And plus, if you're doing this more than 5 camping
A year
a year,
where there's no service too.
Right.
Yeah,
I think even though if you camp anytime,
yeah. It's one of those things that's like you probably
You gotta
won't
have
need
it. You
it,
gotta have
but
it.
like if
You
you
gotta-
need
you
it and you
gotta
don't
have
have it, you're
because
gonna.
if anything
yeah.
happens,
Yeah, you're gonna
you
wish you
gotta-
had it.
you-
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So that was. Do you have one more?
it's one more that I purchased just recently as well.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, What?
Is the Kamek.
Dude. Yeah,
Yeah, it's right here.
luxury.
But I haven't
item,
set it up yet.
But super dope.
Yeah. And it's pretty a little heavy.
It's big, but like
It's
I said,
big,
this is one of
and
those
this is
things
how
though.
It folds.
It's worth the space it takes up.
It does.
Because you've used that thing a lot in the
Yeah.
gunner trips.
So it's called the Kamek
Hammock.
Swiftlet.
yeah, basically
Yeah,
hammock.
hammock. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's another probably a game changer for me.
Oh yeah.
Just because you can just set up a hammock anywhere you want.
Yeah. You don't need trees, or some places you can't tie down the trees.
Yeah.
So
No. And it's a nice place to relax, especially if you don't have a tent.
a tent
or
or
an awning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you can just find a shade and then
Set it
don't
up.
have to sleep.
Even if
inside
it's just
the-
one tree,
Yeah.
you don't need two for the hammock.
No, and this one has its own stand.
And you have that quilt that wraps around it.
Oh yeah, when it's wintertime.
Oh yeah,
and
when it
it's
snowed on
cold.
us that one time.
Ooh.
It's in the
That thing.
vlog. Did I
Yes.
vlog that? I don't know if I
No,
vlogged
not
that trip.
one, not that one.
No, but it was the when I had my cheap ass tent and it snowed on us,
Yeah.
and Ryan forgot to bring pants, so he was in shorts. the whole
Yeah,
time.
well, because it was like
Dude, it did not say it was gonna even rain that
and
trip.
it was been hot.
It was hot,
lately,
dude,
like
yeah.
about 85.
No one was
degrees.
expecting that weather. Even so, when we were in town filming with Tyler and Kevin, everybody was in town was like, "Where did that even come from?"
Yeah.
That was a fluke, but that saved you.
This saved me because
You
yeah,
wrapped
I
yourself
was
in the
pretty
hammock.
much in a cocoon.
Yeah.
It keep me comfortable.
Yeah.
And what a good thing about this is like just to have a rest area.
Yeah.
Where you can just sleep.
Yeah.
And not being,
Especially because you don't bring a tent.
right.
Yeah.
And I don't. And sometimes it's too cramped inside
The Jeep.
Jeep.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't want to do that all the time.
Mhm.
And having this,
That's a great. Yeah, that's a great purchase.
It's really, really
Yeah.
nice to have outside.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should have one of those.
I'm thinking about it.
I think you should have one of those. But
I know
yeah.
Shelby would want one for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So what's not so
Okay, so that's all of our
favorite?
favorites. So
We
now,
still have a lot more gear.
oh yeah, we could probably do this podcast every month.
Yeah, bro.
So let's move to our not for us,
Yeah, not for us.
not for our style. Didn't work for us.
Oh yeah, it didn't
gear.
work because
Yeah.
of what? You go first.
Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, like I said, it's not about. Let me check to make sure it's still running because I want to see my battery's still
Oh, yeah.
going. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
cool.
So, like I said, this is not because they're bad brands, but just the product didn't work for us.
Yes.
And my first one was and shout out to the brand because they make good stuff too, was the Frontrunner wolf packs.
Oh, you know what? I
Yeah.
think same here.
You had them too.
Because I have them
yeah,
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, it just didn't work for how my gear's organized.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. I love them because when I got them, I was initially looking for something because I came from those Sitio crates, which is basically like the milk crates.
Okay, yeah.
But because it's like a milk crate, on the bottom there was holes. So honestly, someone from TikTok reached out to me in one of my lives that works at Frontrunner. So I actually went to the showroom in where is it? Oh, it was on the way to Ojai. Excuse me. Dang, I forgot what it was called. The Frontrunner showroom was super dope, and I'm super grateful they hooked me up with the wolf pack. I used them for a long time.
Yes.
But then I realized how much space they were taking up. Because one of the features is too, you can put those people put wood in them to use them as table too. But I bring so many tables. If I didn't bring tables, maybe that would be a good option to use to, have them as tables.
Yeah, having a table.
Yeah.
With a 2x4 or something like
And
that.
I loved how you can leave them out in the rain, everything, and they'd be completely fine. But for the amount of gear I fit in them, for how much space they took up, because it was almost like an inch and a half all around of space that wasn't usable, but was still
Yeah.
incorporated into the design.
That's my also the problem of those wolf packs.
Yeah.
It's the way the size is.
Yeah, awkwardly sized.
Yeah.
Which probably holds up to their durability because they are like double walled.
It's waterproof. as
Yeah, and
well.
waterproof
Yeah.
or resistant, for
Resistant
sure.
or resistant,
Because there is a seal when you drop,
Yes,
and they
yeah.
lock on all four sides,
For sure.
which is nice because I love the option of being able to leave them outside when I'm camping
Not have to worry about
and not have to worry about them.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about it. Yeah,
But
for sure.
I liked the organizational aspect. I think we both kind of switched to soft packs now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why the wolf packs didn't work for me. Like I said, not a bad product at all.
Yes.
Just didn't work for my style.
Right.
And I like the soft packs because when it boils down to it, I'll just throw them in the car or under the awning if I'm sleeping in the car,
Yeah.
and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, but if I didn't have an awning or a way to protect my gear at night if it was going to rain, the wolf packs is a great option.
Correct.
But I think I'd rather just put my gear back in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, I switched to the Frontrunner flat box.
Yeah. See, also good. It's a good brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Frontrunner flat box.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just
I
that
definitely use
specific
them a lot.
product. Yeah, yeah.
I use them a lot
Yeah.
because the way the size of that fits better
Yeah. Exactly.
Jeep.
Exactly. Yeah.
than the
yeah.
wolf packs.
100%.
Yeah.
So that was my first one. What about
First
you?
one. About me, let's see. The first one I purchased it's called Kelty Kitchen Organizer bag.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
You remember
yeah,
that
I
one?
remember. Yeah.
Yeah. I had that one, and it fit everything. But the way the organization of the spices and stuff was a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the pockets are a little too small.
Yeah.
Some of the spice bottles that
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
So I think it might be the bottles that I have.
Yeah, could be, yeah, yeah.
because
Yeah.
I just use like repurpose old containers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it didn't really work out with me because also it's harder to find things because they're
yeah.
all in the pockets.
Yeah.
And they don't
Yeah.
have any clear mesh.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons. It's funny.
easier to
It's funny. Both
see.
of our first ones are organizational things about.
Yes.
Because nothing with the wolf packs. It's one big container.
Right.
And I actually put baskets on top, so it's 2 layers. But even still,
Trying to find your
trying to
items.
find stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
digging through it.
Yeah.
Whereas like with the soft packs, the ones that I have, they have sectioned off movable panels inside.
there you go. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
And so you can just see on top, or when you open it up and there's a different layer.
Yeah,
with
you can see it
organization.
right away.
Yeah, yeah.
So the one with the Kelty kitchen organizer, they're all in a zipper
So you got to
pouch.
unzip to look.
Yeah,
in it.
just to zip.
Not clear.
Yeah, and then they're not
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
and
yeah,
then you have to zip
yeah.
the other one. It takes a little bit longer.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. We camp so often, the little bit of time it takes
Yeah.
gets annoying.
Yeah. Oh. When
Yeah.
it's annoying, it's always not gonna happen.
We trip
won't be
out when
able
we
to-
can't find a piece of gear we need. Or, the whole camp
where is
shuts
it?
down and we got to find
Where
where
is
it
it?
is.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
No, yeah. That's why I returned that one
Okay. Yeah.
because it just didn't work out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Both organizational, right?
Yeah.
What's about your next number 2?
My next one is the water port, the 4-gallon water port.
The Dometic?
No, the back, the one I always
Oh,
have in the back.
yeah, the black one.
The
Yeah.
black one.
The pressurized one. Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about that one is the drinkability of the water
Like the taste and drink. Yeah.
because it's not suitable for drinking water.
Oh,
I
didn't
think
know
it
that.
might be because of
the plastic,
the
or
plastic,
the BPA or something.
Yeah, it's not BPA
Yeah, okay,
or
okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I've never used it to drink water, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's always washing things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
Okay.
I brought it to Death Valley. Everyone washed their foot. With that.
Yeah. It's good for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of all that mud that you guys are that you guys.
When,
have.
when we went to Bad Basin.
Yeah,
Bad water.
Basin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad water. Dude, that salt was itchy as hell.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
So that worked
Yeah.
out well
Yeah.
that time. But the
Yeah.
thing is that I couldn't figure, or it wasn't the most what you call that efficient
Yeah. Yeah.
container for water.
It was awkwardly like because you put it on your hitch, the bottom,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, in the back as well too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I start carrying mountain bikes,
Yeah. So you need that hitch space. So
and
yeah.
I need that hitch
Yeah.
space, and I have no place to put it in.
yeah,
Put
yeah.
that
That makes
because
sense.
it's just bulky.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of heavy.
And now, so you switch to the
the
6-gallon drinkable water.
Oh yeah, the 6-gallon igloo.
igloo. Yeah.
Yes.
With that little hack that we do.
Yeah.
To put the Dometic spout on it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the camel.
You know, it's funny. Just on this topic, it's not really in a list, but so many people sent me. Costco just had the rinse kit.
Oh, yeah.
For like half price or something. John DZ, shout out. I was talking to him about it because he used to just use like a garden sprayer thing, like when you pump the thing and the pressure.
Right.
And honestly, because he was saying that I love the Easy Sink. Don't get me wrong, but the pressure on the Easy Sink, it would be nice to have a lot of pressure, but also, to be honest, haven't had a time where I had to use a lot of pressure. You know. And how does the rinse kit is what it was. How does the rinse kit pressurize?
I think it's battery powered.
Battery powered pressure. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'd have to use. For me, it's like I'd have to use battery to pressurize it, or if you have like a compressor, you have to pull that out because that's how you
Right.
used to pressurize your.
Yes, the water port.
Your water
as well.
port, yeah.
Because either you can pump it
Yeah.
because it has a manual pump, or you can use a bike pump or a
Oh yeah.
compressor.
Yeah. It comes
it
with
has
a
a
manual
valve.
pump.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the Easy Sink, but yeah, I was thinking about getting that rinse kit, but I don't know. The Easy Sink is just so convenient. Shout out Easy Sink for making good product, but you can also go on Amazon and buy the same components and make that shit for like half the price,
Right.
which is linked to my Amazon storefront.
See,
You know,
I
so-
was for me when having a water container, it has to be drinkable.
yeah, the same, yeah, drinkable
Just
and
because
usable.
I mean, and
yeah.
use it as a washing whatever.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Just
another
because
thing too.
having two different containers
Yeah,
can fill your
yeah, totally. Yeah,
you know, your trunk
yeah,
really
yeah,
quick.
Yeah, and that's one of the only reasons why I still have two separate water systems is because the Rotopacks can be on the outside, so it doesn't take up space on the inside. But I've thought about that too. If there's a brand that makes a big enough, that'd be the perfect combo: a big enough water system that's drinkable and easily pressurized or battery pressurized.
Yes.
which is not out there.
Yeah,
it's
not
either you're
yet.
usually choosing
Not that I
between
know.
drinking water or
Well, that's the one that I'm using now. It's the Igloo 6-gallon
yeah.
one.
It'd be cool if
Pack.
you could hook up. Well, you can just buy the same with the Easy Sink.
Yeah.
You can buy
the,
the Easy Sink spout on
Right.
Amazon for like $25.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what you
of.
should do.
Yeah.
Because then you can use it as like a sprayer
Yeah.
and drinking
Plus
water.
it's drinking water because
Yeah.
it's all together.
Yeah. Ah, it's actually.
Maybe I could just put another hack or put a little hole inside there.
Yeah, dude, because I mean, that's a lot. 6
Yeah,
gallons,
yeah.
that's a lot.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Because having that, big container there, you don't have to worry about having multiple containers.
Yeah, it's nice.
And having the water port pretty much just for washing. Sometimes I don't even use it.
Yeah,
When we go out.
yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, we always bring more water
right,
than we
than we
need,
need,
which
yeah.
I think is a good habit, especially when we're dispersed. But yeah,
I think that's one of
that's
the,
a solid one. That's a solid one. Yeah. My other one too, which I loved it, but I just never use it anymore, and it's still in there. But I have a different version of it now. Is the pop-up privacy poop tent?
Oh yeah.
No, none of us use it. Any of us?
I
anymore.
have. Yeah.
When we first started.
Well, luckily I bought it in Marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't use it.
Yeah.
No.
Even when I needed, I just epic poop. I just take the
Somewhere.
bucket somewhere far from camp.
Yeah.
Even
and
if we're here, where it's a crowded
around the
campground,
bush.
I could find a little place there to use it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
also did that. I like the wearable one. The
Well,
wearable
we
one.
we do
even
have
more.
the tents already, and then plus the inside the car.
Yeah.
To change if you really.
Yeah,
need
to change for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I've even like. Well, I wouldn't do it all the time. Like, and I don't think Shelby's even seen that vlog.
Yeah.
I've actually pooped inside the Alpha Breeze one time when I was packing up and getting ready to go. So yeah, I mean, it's a great product. I just never use it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just not in my rotation. I'm debating pulling it out. It's kind of nostalgic for me because a lot of my first content that went viral was because of that tent.
the tent.
But I don't really use it anymore.
Oh no. Yeah. And it takes up space.
Yeah, even though it's flat, it does take up quite a bit of
it's still
space.
another more. Yeah.
So that was my other one.
Yeah.
What's your third one?
My third one, I had a kitchen knife that you buy on Amazon. You know those big.
Like the
chef-
butcher?
Yeah,
chef?
butchers,
Oh, yeah. Cleaver.
Cleaver.
Yeah.
And I always had it for the first 3 camps that we had,
Yeah.
but never used it. Yeah, you probably haven't even seen it.
I kind of remember it, but I kind of don't.
Yeah,
At the same time.
because I don't. It's too heavy and it's too
Yeah.
bulky. Having a big knife like that, I mean, it's nice to have because it's easier to cut things
And work with like big quantities of food.
right.
Yeah.
But for us,
Yeah, it's usually
we don't really.
honestly. Usually, it's just you and me.
Yeah,
like-
and having different knife sets that are foldable and
Yeah.
I think those are more.
I don't even know what my main knife. I mainly use that Snow Peak knife,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's a good knife, but it folds into the chopping board. Or we have just like an Amazon knife we use. Honestly, like
I bought one of those and
yeah.
technically.
Because also too, we also don't do when we have big groups. Sometimes we will do cooking at
Right.
camp, but usually when it's just us, it's just like easy, warm, basically just warming up stuff. Like probably that mac and cheese you made today was probably the most complicated thing we've made in a while.
Yeah, that's
Because we
true.
usually just bring like
Yeah.
pizza or
Yeah.
burritos you can just throw on there.
Yeah.
Or like even like fast food you can just heat up on the whatever.
It took me a while.
Yeah.
I need to be more practice. I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah.
More practice. More
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah. All right.
Yeah, so that's my last one.
Last one. My last one, it's a combination of a lot of different types of the same piece of gear. I just put one, which was the my coffee systems. I have so many coffee systems. I just bring the pour over because it's easy now. But I have a mocha pot. I have the MSR, which is basically like a jet boil, the French press one. I have the GIS like pour over one.
Yeah.
I have like the it's like a steeping one. Probably, but I have a whole. It's actually in storage because I never use it. But I have a whole bag of ways to make coffee camping
Yeah.
that I never use because I just like the Sea to Summit, just the pour over,
Yeah.
super easy one to go. But like I've probably tried all of them. There's a couple brands I'm talking to right now that I might try, but I just like the pour over. I like the flavor, the consistency. I like my coffee really clear, so not a lot of silt.
Yes.
And so I still do use paper filters. I haven't found a reusable one that filters everything out, but that's mine. I have a whole graveyard of coffee stuff that I never used, that never worked out. Not like I said, not to say that they're bad,
Right.
but I am
It's
very
just that-
picky about my coffee.
Yeah.
So I needed a certain
You
way.
like that one.
One way. Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So that's our 3.
Yeah.
What about future buys?
Ooh, okay.
2 of them, you said?
We'll try 2
Okay, I'll try 2.
because there's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, I saw this one inflatable, kind of like a gazelle. It's called Dometic Hub Tent.
Inflatable?
It's inflatable.
What?
Yeah,
I've seen
It's like
I've seen them, but they're big.
12 by 12.
Oh shit.
and
windows in it?
Instead of having poles,
Yeah. It just inflates.
and it inflates.
Whoa, send me. I want to see it.
Yeah. So it's called the Dometic Hub for
Okay.
tent or awning or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it Dometic brand?
Dometic brand.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So
How?
you
Because
might
I've seen
see it pretty soon.
I've seen the
because-
inflatable ones, but the corners that you're talking about
Yeah,
are like
the-
this
the-
thick. They're
yes.
thick.
Yeah.
How big is the Dometic ones? Like,
The Dometic ones are, you know what? I would say probably. Yeah,
it smells like
probably the
plastic
same
is
thing.
burning. Maybe it's not. I don't think it's. Maybe it's not us.
It's probably not us.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they're burning wood.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Probably it's through the
Yeah,
whole
they're
bundle
probably,
in there
yeah,
with the
the
plastic, yeah.
in there.
How the corners like that?
Yes, they're probably about this thick.
That's not that
probably.
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've
And I
seen some of the.
It's what's the good thing about it is it's very sturdy.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about rain and snow
Yeah.
because it's inflatable. So it means that it can, deform when it needs to.
Yeah. Yeah.
If the snows are packing.
You're
up
gonna,
on
I'm
top.
curious about this now. You're gonna
And
send
it
that to me.
kinda- Yeah, no.
You gotta
it's-
carry a patch kit, just in case.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's maybe one downside about it.
Yeah.
And I have to bring
Does it float?
from
the water.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it would.
Yeah.
But yeah, patch kit and compressor for sure.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot of air.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you can just put it in
Well,
the
because
AC
it's just
adapter in the car.
the
You probably wouldn't use a power bank to inflate that. You just do the car, right?
No,
Turn
yeah.
the car on.
or I
Plug in
have
AC
the
adapter.
compressor for the tires and stuff.
Oh, that too. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
think of
so I
that.
can
Yeah.
use
So just through
that.
the car. Yeah. Yeah.
So because I'm trying to find an awning, an easy setup awning
yeah.
for my Jeep.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's not
that
a-
would be one way to do it, and also combat with the mosquitoes.
Yeah. Oh,
when
yeah.
we have
Yeah.
when we go camping in
Yeah.
summertime.
Kind of like same thing, same concept as like the Gazelle,
Gazelle,
the T4. Yeah.
because
Plus.
it has
Yeah.
panels as well.
Yeah.
You can close them out.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
So
Dang, you have to send me that. I'm curious. now.
yeah, no, it's,
I've seen it because a lot of those viral videos are people with that style tint,
Style
but I don't
tint.
think they're the Dominic ones.
the Dometic ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that would be
Big.
probably
Yeah.
my next.
How big is it packed up?
Very small because everything deflates.
Ah.
And pretty much the mesh panels are probably the panels of the.
Oh, I
the
got you, I
sides,
got you, I got
or
you, yeah.
You have to fold them up.
So
and
not
that's-
not fully plastic. It's some of it's
No,
mesh.
That's always
Oh,
mesh.
dude, you're gonna
yeah.
send that to me. I want to check
Yeah,
that out.
for
That'd be
sure.
sick.
Yeah, it packs up pretty. I'm pretty sure it will fit
Okay,
on my. What do you call this? My trasheroo or my Celtic.
Oh wow, yeah. In your
inside
trash bag.
there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Usually all my
Wow.
awnings goes in there. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How about you?
My first one is. I think I don't know though, because I don't want to like. Oh, okay, so it's a new rack.
A new rack on the top.
So
Okay.
Prinsu style, but I like that spider rack. One, because it's no drill, but two, I don't trust myself to install that shit. You know what I mean? Because then you got to worry about it dripping on the inside.
Yeah.
But I know the spider rack is no drill. I know that if you get the Prinsu rack, I don't even know. My Outback, the 2020, was a redesign. Like even Frontrunner, I was talking to the guys. I wanted a Frontrunner rack, but something about the engineering of the new design, they tried to make a Frontrunner rack, and it was too like not complicated, but like somehow it wasn't worth it to Frontrunner. So they're like, just skip this whole generation of that Outback.
Okay.
So you can get them for all the previous ones,
Aw.
and then that's a 2020. I got that before the Wilderness came out. Now everybody just like, let's just make shit for the Wilderness. So I'm just sitting here with the 2020, which I love the car,
Right.
but all the accessories are geared towards, especially for camping,
The new
the
one.
Wilderness.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, okay.
But Spider does make a no drill rack.
Okay.
But I still have to drop the whole inside panel and install it, and like
Yeah.
I don't want. I mean, I'm lazy. I don't want to do all that.
all
You
that,
know.
yeah.
But that's what I was thinking because I like the.
Arrbyy.
Was it the hex nut system?
Yeah, the
T-nut, yeah,
T-
T-nuts.
yeah.
Even on Alex's, shout out Alex, AP Films, A Portal,
Yeah.
his T-nut system with just like, even though he doesn't have a rack, but like how his cargo box and his awning, it's like, dude, that's just so sick. Like,
Yeah, it's very slim and
yeah, way more low profile.
Low profile,
Like mine's
yeah.
like, it's heavy too. I didn't realize because I carry all my recovery gear in that
Yeah.
Pelican case. Dude,
Well,
that,
that is
with
steel.
with the awning, plus with the rack, it's heavy,
Heavy,
dude.
heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's steel.
So I wanted something that's a little more low profile
Okay.
for gas mileage too. Yeah, that's.
Gotcha.
So I might go Spider Rack. I think they're like $1,000, $1,100. I know. Yeah.
That's a big purchase right there.
Yeah. Plus, I would honestly, I think the guy's local. He's in like Costa Mesa. I'm like, dude, I'd pay to just install it too.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know he's the only. I don't even know if Prince Sue makes one for my version of the
One of
Outback.
that. Yeah.
I think they
I'm
make
not
one
sure
for the
sure.
Wilderness maybe. But I think,
Yeah.
like I said, I have that redesign, that Gen 6. That's not the Wilderness. They skipped all the companies skipped it for mine.
For yours. Yeah.
So that's something I have on my mind. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your next one?
The second one will be a bigger power bank.
Okay. That's actually
Just because-
that's my number 2
Is
as
it
well.
number
Yeah,
two?
yeah.
Oh man.
That's another
Yeah,
one.
we need power banks.
Yeah, we have works, but it'd be nice to not have to worry about it so much.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because we're like, oh, we don't have to deal with ice,
Yeah.
but we're constantly worrying about our
About it,
our power all the
yeah.
time.
I just want to be like, for 2 nights it should last.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, I think we're both in agreement. Like, and it's hard because people ask me like, hey, I want a fridge. Like, what's a decent size? And power banks are expensive, you know.
they are.
So it's like, I tell people because they see my setup and I'm like, yes, I run it off at 240, but if you're going anything less than, I think we would say 1,000, you have to have a solar.
Yes, must have.
You must have a solar. So
Yeah,
it's like
for
people
sure.
are like, well, you do it off at 240. I'm like, yes. I don't mind worrying about it as much as I don't know. It's a weird thing because like we're saying we
Yeah,
want a
yeah.
bigger power bank. It works and it's done what it's supposed to do,
Yeah.
but I definitely want a bigger one. At least,
Yeah.
well, even I like. So
Minimum
I'm in
1,000.
talks with Anchor right now.
Minimum
Hopefully it comes
1,000.
through
Yeah.
800 watt hours
800.
plus a 100 panel solo. Boom, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I would love that.
If I were you,
Dude, I think ideally,
just because mine is already 7, so
yeah.
for me, just not to worry about the power.
Yeah.
Minimum of 1,000.
But also too, it's big. So my mom has the
right. Yeah,
with the
that's only
EcoFlow
problem,
3,000 watt hour.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's heavy and big. There's
That's
wheels
why-
on that thing. you know?
Yeah, that's why I was considering getting a dedicated battery.
Yeah, in hardwired
For the-
in your yeah.
auxiliary battery.
Yeah.
For all my gadgets.
Yeah.
And fridge.
Yeah. That'd be a good call too. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I feel like ideally for me, ideal setup, 1,500 watt hours with a
yeah.
200 watt solar.
Yep.
That'd be ideal.
Yep.
So-
And that's enough for whatever you're gonna do.
More than
or
what we
even
do. Our
if it's
extended
cloudy
trips. Yeah.
and rainy days.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
You can go a couple cloudy days without having to worry about solar.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, power bank for both of us. So, yeah.
That's like.
What's about? Do we do 3 for future or 2?
Do you want to do 3? You have another one?
I have a third one,
Oh, okay.
but it's
I
a
wanna see
big.
it.
It's like an honorable mention, but it's like it would be like a big. It'd be like people always ask me like, would you ever go to trailer? Would you ever go to RV? Would you ever go?
Ooh.
This is like where I would if I were to
That's the
abandon
dream.
our setup. Yeah,
That's gonna
dream.
be the dream.
What would be the big next move?
Oh yeah. RV trailer.
Yeah, but the specific
Which one do you
that
want?
Taxa brand out of Texas, designed by that NASA engineer. They have a bunch of different models. I don't even
Okay.
know which model, but I just love the modularity, the organization. It's super light. The suspension's good. I mean, being a NASA engineer for space modules, like you can tell that this guy has spent his entire career maximizing usability in minimal amount of space and weight.
Oh, okay.
So, but I mean, that's like, whew. That's like if I were to like, yeah. That's like I'm talking.
That's another
I'm talking new
level of
car,
camping.
probably to pull it. Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I think they have one that the Outback could for sure
No,
pull.
you can pull
Yeah,
that.
but I definitely want like I'd just get like a truck or like something. But that's like my, because people always say
Yeah.
what like we or like basically if me and Shelby had a kid or like family, like what would your next big redesign of your camping?
Yes.
Because I feel like we are designers of our camping experience. You know
Correct.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whether your Jeep, you design it to your lifestyle, your budget, your comfortability, your subjectivity of camping.
Mm-hmm.
What's your next design of being outdoors? Mine for sure would be going taxa
Get that.
trailer. That'd be
Okay.
sick. What about
The
yours?
trailer that I've been eyeing is the Arrbyy Earth.
Oh, the
Rover.
Earth! Oh, dude, that one's hard too. That one's hard too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh
dude,
my
yeah,
gosh.
those are sick.
I saw it.
With that overland suspension and everything on there. Ooh, dude, yeah. I'd
That
go there
would be
too.
the dream.
I'd
That
go
would
there
be the
too.
dream.
Yeah.
The
One day
Arrbyy.
we'll be there, Ryan.
Yeah.
No, one
Yeah,
day we'll both
or
have our
if
trailers.
Arrbyy is watching.
Arrbyy is watching. You want to
Hey.
throw? Hey, we will probably post
Test
the
it out.
most content,
For sure.
except for the full-time overlanders.
Uh-huh.
I feel like, dude, we camp a fucking lot.
Yes.
A lot, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
we'll put it in a test.
That's dream setups right there,
Yeah.
baby. That's dream setups.
The
for
Arrbyy
sure.
Earth
For sure.
Rover.
Not to say we're not happy with our setups.
No,
I love
no.
it.
Yeah.
But we get the question a lot, like, how would you redesign your whole camping
Yeah,
thing?
and
That's where I would
what's
go.
the experience like? You know?
Yeah, it would
Having it-
completely change the camping experience.
For sure.
You know, like, yeah. So,
Yeah.
damn, dude, I don't even know how long we've been doing it, but that was a good podcast,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, of course, dude. Like you said, I camp with you the most out of anybody.
Yeah.
So appreciate everyone watching. Hopefully the phone battery didn't run out.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna end up chilling. Leave any comments. Hit up Ryan.
Yeah.
Arrbyy on
Just,
TikTok,
leave a comment,
Instagram.
and if you have any questions about the gears that we talked about,
Yeah, same with me. We'll probably
Yeah.
do a follow-up podcast about gear.
yeah,
if you guys have any
or we
questions.
can quickly answer.
Yeah, answer the
questions
questions.
under
Yeah,
comments.
I'll post this to YouTube,
Yeah.
Instagram, Spotify, everything. Let's have all the questions go to Instagram because there'll be a clip.
Okay.
But if you listen to the whole podcast, you have a question, throw it on either of our Instagrams and tag both of us. So Arrbyy,
Yes.
ARR
It's ARRBYY.
BYY or
Yes.
Camp Topology. Hopefully, if you listen to this, you know where to find us. So, all right.
All right.
Till next time, remember to keep it safe,
peace
keep it
out.
clean, keep yourself informed. Like, follow, and share for more camp stuff. Later, everyone.
Later.
Dude, that was good. That was good. And we had a little interruption of those
Yeah,
guys.
everything.
Oh, yeah.